The environmental justice issue that I will discuss in this video is food inequality and the lack of access to healthy foods. First, we'll start with a few definitions related to this topic for clarity. According to the National Institute on Minority Health and Health Disparities, food security is defined as having enough food to live an active and healthy life. On the other hand, food insecurity is limited or uncertain access to adequate and affordable nutritious foods. Food insecurity has numerous health implications, including but not limited to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. In the book, What is Environmental Justice by David Pellow, he defines environmental justice as the fair treatment of all people regardless of their race, national origin, or income. And by fair treatment, he means that no population is forced to bear a disproportionate share of negative human health or environmental impacts. The area that I'm studying is Los Angeles County in California, which is the most populous county in the United States. As of 2022, the number of residents was estimated to be roughly 9.8 million people. Los Angeles County is made up of mostly white and Latino Americans, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. Food insecurity is considered an environmental justice issue because it disproportionately affects low-income and minority groups. For example, in the United States in 2021, 20% of Black households and 16% of Latino households were food insecure at some point during the year. Compared to this, only 7% of white households experienced food insecurity at some point in 2021. The National Institute on Minority Health and Health Disparities states that poverty and food insecurity have an undeniable link, with 35.5% of households living below the poverty line experiencing food insecurity. Areas that have a majority of racial and ethnic minorities and rural areas are more likely to be food deserts, which are areas that lack accessibility to affordable and healthy foods. If you do a Google search of Trader Joe's locations in Southern California, this becomes very apparent. There are Trader Joe's locations in Long Beach, Cerritos, Seal Beach, Costa Mesa, Newport Beach, Huntington Beach, and Torrance. In contrast, Carson, Compton, Downey, Southgate, Inglewood, and Montebello do not have Trader Joe's locations. Now, what are the differences between these locations? Well, the former group contains residents who are affluent and white, while the latter group contains working class or poor people of color. In Los Angeles County, we are fortunate to have many organizations fighting towards food security for all citizens, no matter race, income, or country of origin. One such organization is Seeds of Hope, which is an organization that turns unused land into productive gardens and orchards to provide healthy and fresh food in areas of need across the county. Los Angeles Food Policy Council aims to end food insecurity on the political level by helping to launch and lead food system initiatives. LA Compost is a network of community composters throughout LA County that help build and facilitate compost hubs to enrich the soil of LA so that it is farmable. Food Finders is a food bank and food rescue program located in Lakewood, California, that picks up donated food from hundreds of local grocery stores, bakeries, restaurants, and produce markets and distributes it directly to missions, shelters, and social service agencies that feed the needy and impoverished. In the YouTube video from Module 6 of this semester, called Roots of Change, Food Sovereignty, Women, and Eco-Justice, the grassroots activists state that ensuring safe and sustainable food for all is an environmental justice issue that will only be changed at the top or at the political level. Laws and policies must be enforced to solve the food crisis and achieve food sovereignty. In order to make these changes at the top, those of us at the bottom must do our part. This can come in the form of voting and making our voices heard through the democratic process. We can also use our power at the ballot box to keep federal programs like Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, Women, Infant, and Children, also known as WIC, food banks, and CalFresh available to help lower income and minority people obtain the healthy food that they need and deserve.